Okay, the Lord made a covenant to Abraham that he will have a seed and a land. If he breaks his word, then the nations will laugh at him, will mock him, will betray, everything. Okay. So now the Lord also knows that there was a prophecy that talked about the temple, the destruction of the temple. He is so merciful. And he knows the end from the beginning that the priesthood is becoming defiled, is becoming corrupt. So therefore now in his mercy, for the sake of his name, for the sake of his integrity, because of the oath that he made, he makes a way, legal way, in which he can still have you have access to his kingdom legally without breaking his word to the Levites. So what does he do? He sent his son before the destruction of the temple that he knew would happen. And then he knew, and at that time the priest happened to be corrupted. So now the sacrifice is no longer being accepted. Yom Kippur sacrifice is not being accepted because of the corruption. He's turning his face from them. That's why the prophet says that the presence of the Lord removed itself from the Mount of Olives to the east, and then it went away. Because no longer the Lord was pleased with them. But my King, his mercy, he sent his son, the royal messenger, to bring the power of restoration, redemption, reconciliation. They refused it. They killed him. But in the process, knowing all that, the Father allows his Son to fulfill all the rituals that will not only fulfill the sacrificial requirements for redemption, restoration, and sanctification, but also sets him up under the oath to become a high priest. Not on the earthly tabernacle, because the Father knows that even though he is the king, he can do so-called whatever he wants. He won't, because once the king makes a decree, not even the king can break the decree. So thus, he says, I know how to fix it. All right? I'm going to send my son before the destruction of the temple. I'm going to give them an opportunity to repent so we can make it right. They refuse. It's okay. Plan B, right? He's going to be my high priest, ordained by the Lord, not to officiate on the earthly, but to officiate in the only one that he had the legal authority, which is the heavenly. So if the earthly tabernacle, if the earthly temple was standing the last 2,000 years, then in my opinion, this is my opinion, then Yeshua would not be the Messiah. Because then a high priest would have stood up and interceded, and he would have heard him because he put them in that position. You follow what I'm saying? Yes. This is the love of the King, who set up a pathway in order for you to be here. And therefore, if Yeshua did not come to do this service, you would not be able to be here today. Because if you are not literally Jews or Israelites, right? If you came from the nations, there may be Hebrew blood in you, but you can't really prove it. Does it really matter? No, that's another conversation. But even then, how can you come in the kingdom if there's no atonement? So therefore, the work of Yeshua is so that not only Israel can be restored, but that the nations can come in. Amen. But now the nations want to take the job away from Yeshua. They want to be the priests.